Kauai, the oldest island in the Hawaiian island chain. Most of this beautiful island is not accessible by car. No problem. We will be exploring this beautiful island by air and on foot. Welcome to Waimea Canyon State Park.
I think they can hear you all over.
The Grand Canyon of Hawaii. Yeah, let's go! This is the search radar for the long-range radar station at Kokee Air Force Station, Air National Guard, Kauai. When we first got to the island, we chartered a helicopter to view the island where we couldn't get to on foot or by car. We were able to see most of the island where we wouldn't be able to see if we were in a car or on foot. Flying through Waimea Canyon, we were able to get between the canyon and see waterfalls and the views you wouldn't be able to see without a helicopter.
We're going to the Kokee Lodge.
Kokee Lodge. Hold on a minute. What do we have over here? As I was walking, I was getting this strange illusion where the Earth's horizon was lower than the Earth's curvature. Oh, it's the ocean. I see. The atmosphere seemed to blend with the Pacific Ocean. After all, we are at 3,400 feet. Waimea Canyon is known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. It's a large canyon, approximately 10 miles long and up to 3,000 feet deep. It's located on the western side of Kauai. Waimea is Hawaiian for reddish water, a reference to the erosion of the canyon's red soil. The canyon was formed by a deep inclusion of the Waimea River rising from an extreme rainfall on the island's central peak, among the wettest place on Earth. The lavas of the canyon provide evidence for massive faulting and collapse in the early history of the island. The canyon has a unique geologic history. It was formed not only by the steady process of erosion, but also by a catastrophic collapse of the volcano that created Kauai. Like the other Hawaiian islands, Kauai is the top of an enormous volcano rising from the ocean floor. With lava flows dated back about 5 million years ago, Kauai is the oldest of the large Hawaiian islands. Roughly 4 million years ago, while Kauai was still erupting almost continuously, a portion of the island collapsed. This collapse formed a depression, which then filled with lava flows. In the time since, rainwater from the slopes of Mount Waialeale have eroded Waimea Canyon along the edge of the collapse. The cliffs of the west side of the canyon are composed of thin lava flows that ran down the surface of Kauai's volcano. The other side of the canyon, the cliff walls are built from thick lava flows that pooled in the depression. Over time, the exposed basalt has weathered from its original black to bright red. Waimea State Park encompasses 1,866 acres and is a popular tourist attraction on the island. It provides a wilderness area with numerous hiking trails. It can be accessed from Waimea on Hawaii's State Road 550, which is about 18 miles long and leads up to the Kokee State Park. The island of Niihau is a short distance west of Kauai at that point. It can easily be seen from the highway. Waimea Canyon is the awe-inspiring, breathtaking Grand Canyon of the Pacific, as Mark Twain dubbed it. The deep canyon gashes in the landscape looks like the claws of some immense prehistoric creature. The play of lights and shadows throughout the day on the colorful striated layers of rock is extraordinary. A fun pastime is to stand at one of the Waimea Canyon lookouts and watch the reaction on the visitors as their jaws drop and they become first speechless and then breathless as they witness the spectacle of nature for the first time, realizing that words fail them and that there must be a God. There are several hiking paths that lead to some of the most dramatic waterfalls in Hawaii. And you can visit the Kokee Museum at the top of the canyon for details, maps, history, and anything else you need to know about the park. And you can go to the top of the canyon and peek over the Kalalu Valley Lookout for a divinely inspired view of the Napali coastlines, majestic waterfalls, and the blue Pacific, all from well above the perch of seabirds and helicopters.
Leaving you is just a temporary past. Yeah. I wanna go back to my honey. I wanna go back to my home. I wanna go back to the place where it all began for me. I wanna go back to my honey. I wanna go back to my home. I wanna go back to the place where it all began for me.
The Pu'uhaina Lookout provides one of the most dramatic ways to view Waimea Canyon. Pu'uhaina Lookout is at mile marker 13, just over 3 miles past Waimea Canyon Lookout. A new spur trail also now connects the lookout to the canyon and cliff trails. It's a bit steep, but it's a noteworthy connection to the 2 trails atop the canyon, and that's where we're going. We are now on the summit of Waialeale. The local tourist industry of Waialeale has promoted it as the wettest spot on the island. Okay, we decided to do a little trail hiking here. 5-mile trail. Be back in 3 hours. You didn't have to move.
Oh no, I'm moving anyway.
There you go.
We're going to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, right. Although we're a mile above sea level, a tropic zone still exists at this altitude. It was like being in a tropical rainforest a mile in the sky. The trail is real easy. Anyone that can walk and is not afraid of heights can easily handle it. The trail at times borders the edge, where one wrong move and you're going to fall about 4,000 feet to the canyon below, and people have taken the plunge over the edge. Like this poor guy being hauled out of the canyon. Actually, I don't know what that is. You made it.
I wanna go back to my home. I wanna go back to the place where it all began for me. It all began for me. I wanna go back to my honey. I wanna go back to my home. I wanna go back to the place where it all began for me. It all began for me.
Got to the end of one trail and it appears the trail was wiped out. Come on, fellas, we can climb down.
Time goes by so fast, yeah. But we'll see how long it'll last. Oh, 'cause leaving you is just a temporary past. Yeah, I wanna tell you face to face how hard it would be to leave this place and act as if nothing's bothering me.
Alright, I'm not sure if I'm at the end of the trail or not, but hey, we made it.
There's a chopper close by.
Okay, now we got to go back up. Steven Spielberg loved this area. A lot of the scenes in Jurassic Park are shot here in the canyon, like the opening scene to Jurassic Park.
Bad wind shears, we have to drop pretty fast. So.
Woohoo! We are now located at the Kokee Lodge and Museum, located just on the rim of the canyon. The museum has several interesting displays where you can learn about the island, its geology, flora and fauna, and its history. Few of our favorite displays are the three-dimensional figure of Waimea Canyon, the factoids on Waimea, including the rain gauge showing the record precipitation amounts, and the wall dedicated to the tragic story of Hurricane Iniki, which struck the island on September 11, 1992. Iniki formed from a tropical depression that moved from the east. It gradually strengthened into a major hurricane and turned north, with its eye passing directly over the island. Iniki cost over $2 billion in damage and killed 6 people. Iniki was the most powerful hurricane to make landfall in Hawaii since the Hurricane Dot in 1959. The wall serves as a tribute to what the Category 3 hurricane did to the island and proof that the Hawaiian people can survive and continue to thrive after such a horrible natural disaster. It's been a great day, but now we need to relax and have some lunch. The Kokee Lodge and Restaurant is located 4,000 feet on the rim of the canyon. It has a lodge, restaurants, cabins, tent sites right here located on the rim. And I am going to have grilled hamburg steak, rice and vegetables, and 3 Coronas. Phyllis chose the BLT with fresh pineapple and iced tea. What a deal. It was great. Well, I'm on my 3rd Corona and feel a little excited about getting back on the road, get back to the hotel for some much needed relaxation. Maybe a swim before dinner. Okay, I guess we're going to start our way down the canyon.
3 Coronas and a joint. I don't think so. You're not driving. Thank you.
She's just kidding. I only had 2 beers. The road down the mountain was twisting, winding roads, but nevertheless the roads were in really good condition.
They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world someday.
Well, we have a busy day tomorrow. We have some caves to visit and a real nice beach at the very end of the road on the top of the island.
Me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above.